So, if you or I went into a police station and said a van was coming up the street towards our house, and I thought that they were robbers, so I fired an RPG into it and killed them all, but it turned out it was just a family of 10 innocent women and children, we wouldn't be walking out of the police station. That's it for us. We're done. We will never see the light of day again. So they just openly admitted to the international community that it was a wrongful strike and they murdered innocent people. So who's going to prison?
Absolutely no one. And I mean, if you were serious about not wanting this to happen again, generals would go to prison, probably starting with the head of JSOC and the highest ranking military official, Mark Milley, and then Mackenzie, and we could go on down the chain to the guy who hit the button and all the lawyers who approved this thing. This is 7 dead children we are talking about here. This has to be accountability. Now, one thing I want to start with here is on our show, me and Will were right about this from the very beginning. We were like, this probably didn't kill terrorists. It was probably bad intelligence. And, it was a drone strike in downtown Kabul. So innocent kids probably died. And this isn't because we have like a crystal ball or some magical source in Afghanistan. It's because we paid attention to this thing for 10 damn years, where this happens every time. Where I don't know how many times over especially past the Trump administration in Somalia, where they say, oh, we killed 4 ISIS and 3 Al-Shabaab in these airstrikes. And then some reporter goes out and it turns out that, it was a bus and there were 2 passengers and one was a boy with like a schoolboy with his backpack and one was an old man with 1 leg. So no, that doesn't sound like ISIS to me. Right. And it's every time. And what happens is it just never gets reported or investigated. This is, the one rare exception where it happened somewhere where there was Western press and enough Western attention about what was happening in Kabul at that general time to care for the New York Times to actually run this story. But 9 out of 10, or probably 99 out of 100 times, the stories on these drone strikes don't get run. And, the 4 or 5 innocent people that were just driving, maybe to a wedding in a neighboring village in Afghanistan got blown off the face of the earth. And the U.S. chalked them up as 5 militants. Their family never, got anybody to apologize or justice at all. And I mean, maybe at a minimum, this family will get condolence payments and a relocation package somewhere out of Afghanistan. But, I guess from my perspective, that means very, very little because what we need to do here is change the policy. And the only way to do that is with accountability. And I mean, the Biden administration has made it clear that they just don't give a damn. As much as they spent the entire summer talking about, oh, the Afghan women and children who are going to suffer under the Taliban, wham, wham, wham. Well, here you actually had the bodies, the dead bodies of these people, and nobody cares again, right? There's no accountability for them. You think that if the Taliban had set a bomb in this driveway and blown up this innocent family, that there wouldn't be demands all over from the media? We had to sanction the Taliban. We had to carry out drone strikes against their leadership. It would be nonstop them demanding war and blood if the Taliban had done that. But because it was the U.S., they're just going to sit there when Jen Psaki yells at them and tells them that, no, this was fine and defensive. And they're just going to take it, and they're not going to demand any reform, any accountability, and it's got to go away. This story is going to go away, and it's going to happen again.